we get maybe 500,000 uniques to our SaaStr web properties. I mean, people read content on LinkedIn, they read it on Twitter, they watch YouTube, but we get about 500,000 uniques to our websites. And those aren't leads, right? But traditionally, if we could use agents so that everyone truly has a customized experience to them, we can convert more of them to leads, right? Like we need an agentic lead magnet where everyone, just like now we have agents like Digital Amelia that you can talk to if you want on our websites, but we should go further where, and you don't even know you have a lead magnet because everything is like, who are you? Okay. Jason would love to have an ebook on how to do our agents. Amelia's pretty advanced. She's a chief AI officer. Maybe what she would like is to invite to our CMO summit or our AI summit or something like, but if we had this hyper ability, not just to use some of the tools we use, which are really exciting, like all of our tools, whether you think it's ideal or not, they can de-anonymize your web traffic. They can identify better than ever these agents who's coming on your properties, but that's not as actionable in many ways, right? As you might, unless you're a spam farm, right? You don't want to just collect people's random email address and send them weird LinkedIn notes. I mean, people do that stuff, but I block them.
People do that.
But I think I am excited. But you could do something in the middle, which is you don't spam them, but you provide a truly contextualized value add during their experience, or you push them at least into the very top of your funnel. These 500,000 people where they otherwise might. That would be that. Once that's maybe our current agents can't do that, but it's a meta idea of no champion left behind, no visitor left behind, no anything. That's the next. You got me thinking. Okay, next one seems small, but I think it's just interesting to note how are the big guys doing. And we've been relatively close to Salesforce because we were relatively early on Agentforce, on deploying it. We've done a lot of stuff together with Salesforce. It's been fun. And then I think maybe we even played a small role when Salesforce bought one of its partners, Qualified, to accelerate its agentic efforts. We thought it was a great idea because we used Qualified and we thought, it has scale. So what the deal closed, what did you see actually happen at the product level this week, Amelia?
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. So if you go to salesforce.com, just the homepage or any page, without logging in, you'll now see a qualified agent versus it used to be a Agentforce like support agent. Now they've swapped it over to Qualified, which I think for a lot of reasons was the right call, right? I think it's part of why they bought it, right? Like in many ways, some of the features and functionality that Qualified had just went a lot deeper than what Agentforce kind of natively had. Like now you could get there, but it would just take a whole lot of like extra steps. And so again, I think they were so smart to buy it because it has all this and because you had to be a Salesforce customer to be on Qualified anyway. I think it was, and a lot of the team came from Salesforce, right? But I think it's interesting because when that module was on qualified.com, it was a real person, Blake, that they modeled, Piper after, who was their mascot. And now it's like a 3D avatar version, which again, I think is interesting. We've talked about it a little bit of like, do you have, the rights to that person if you use a person who's not the CEO or founder? There's a reason why, Jason AI and Amelia AI are us. Like, we're not going anywhere. Like, we have all the rights to it. Like, we can still use our agents and our likeness. But I think it was interesting that probably for a CYA, if I had to guess, that Salesforce changed it from the actual human avatar that it was to a modeled, like, cartoon version of the same person, probably for a lot of different reasons there.